Alright, welcome to Aponte's Pizza Kitchen. I'm Rob and Christina's filming, and we got a special guest from one of our neighbors, Brad, and he'll be showing up soon. It's been over a year, but I'm finally ready to resume the pizza journey, sourdough artisan pizza making journey. So we were gonna do an outside cook with one of our uni ovens, but unfortunately it's too windy. It's a beautiful day, but it's too windy. So we're gonna try to make a couple pizzas and show the first one how we do it. As far as the phase 2 with the dough, this dough has already been fermented 24 hours. I have semolina flour, and you guys have seen that in previous videos where I use semolina flour for the coating of the dough. So let's start. So I got the ingredients here. I got the sauce, cheese, pepperdew peppers, and we're gonna have a special meat that my neighbor Brad's gonna contribute to. And let's proceed. All right, so I'm gonna grab the dough from the dough tray. You could have it. You could store your dough in any kind of container. It's just I prefer a dough tray. But be careful when you take them out. I use one of these dough hooks to take them out. You gotta be very gentle. I always use flour to ease them in there. But be very gentle when you take them out. I'm going to need that later for the pecorino. So, and I'm going to take this out here, but be very careful, because if you go too hard with this, you could mess up the dough and it won't be as soft. Okay, so we got that first one, and I'm going to pull this. I want this to fall down. This is a small one. I have it coated here. Just put it in there in the coating. And this semolina flour is freshly milled, and I'm going to do a separate video on what I've been doing lately with freshly milled grains. But I'm putting it in the coating here. I'll put it on here on the main, and I'm going to gently form it here. I'm going to turn it over. And in my foundational videos, you've seen how I do that. So if you want to go to the older videos. And this is a 13-inch pizza. We'll be doing it on a baking stone or a baking steel stone. But you could do it with the ceramic as well. Is it ready to stretch? Let's see. So it's still a little chilly. It was in a pretty cold fridge there. Okay, let's coat this. Make sure it doesn't stick. I always use like I mentioned in previous videos, I always use a wooden peel in the beginning. The metal ones stick easier. Give it a little bit of coating here, not too much, because when you put it in the oven, you don't want a lot of this residual flour, because it'll burn a little bit. Stretch it a little more here. Okay, stretch it a little bit more. Counterclockwise, clockwise. I just target wherever the dough is thickest. If it's thin, you've got to be careful because you could create holes. And it's getting about good here. There we go. Alright. And the flour, I'm going to push it aside to be used again later, but I don't want that in the bottom of the peel, and I don't think I've mentioned that before. So just to be safer with your peel, you don't want too much residual semolina on there, because you don't want it to burn here, and I might have put too much on the. So here we go. So with the oven, you're going to do a 1-minute bake, because it only goes as high as 550 degrees Fahrenheit. So you do a 1-minute bake with a thin layer of tomato sauce, and then you take it out and then put the toppings on there, and then do a 5-minute bake. So do a thin layer of sauce here. And this sauce was done a day before. I always recommend getting your homemade sauce done the day before, so all the toppings and all the ingredients, fresh or seasonings, whatever you're using, blend in well together the day before. All right. Okay, I'm ready to put it in the oven. If you could pan over to the oven here. So I'm going to put it on the stone. So obviously you always want to do a test. I didn't do it before, but you want to do a test to make sure it moves. It is moving. I should have did that test before I put stuff on here, but that's usually a sign that it's not going to stick to the peel. And here we go. Ease it in. Put it in there for a minute. And then I'm going to leave this right here. It's not hot. You don't want to put anything hot on the stone surfaces. I'm going to use this peel. And then I use the metal peel to pick it up from the oven, and it'll be more stable. But this I'm going to leave it here so I can put it on here when I'm putting the rest of the toppings. And then the dough will be rising within that 1 minute a little bit. It's like a pre-bake. Just make sure the dough is rising properly. If you were in a regular commercial oven, they usually run their ovens at above 600, 650, and you usually don't have to do that. So you do a straight bake. But since it's a conventional oven, you bring it in for 1 minute, and then you bring it out and put toppings in. All right, so it's about ready. You take it out. Turn it over a little bit. Okay. Let's take it out a little bit. There's a little bit of bubble in there. Let's take this. Okay. And all right, now I'm going to coat the edge crust here with some garlic oil here, olive oil, but it has garlic and oregano, so a little bit different. Just get the edge there. Okay, I'm going to give it some more sauce. I'm going to try to overload it with too much. Okay, I'm going to put some freshly grated Pecorino Romano. And I do a finishing topping with this too. And they sell all kinds of graters you could use. You could use smaller ones, but this one I like. Okay. And then we're going to put cheese. This is part skim right here. Blend it a little bit with other cheeses here.
Part skim mozzarella?
Mozzarella, yes. A little bit less fat, but there's, a lot of people do blends. So I'm going to try a blend for the first time. And then some regular low moisture whole milk. Just fill it in where there's gaps here. That should be it. You don't want to overload the toppings here. And then I'm going to put peppers. If you like sweet, you could get them at Whole Foods or any kind of Kroger market. This is Murray's brand, but you could get a regular, Whole Foods sells them too. It has a sweet flavor to it. Some of them are hotter than others. This one is not even, I think it's mild, not that hot, but very tasty. But whatever you want to put on your pizza, I mean, it's your pizza, you know, it's whatever. But you know, use quality ingredients. That's how you make good pizza. I mean, don't go cheap. I mean, go something you love. Just, you know, whether it's meat or peppers or cheeses, put quality into it. That way it comes out the way you like it. Okay, Brad. Brad has something special for us. What do you got, Brad? Come join us.
Hey, Rob. This is Iberico Ham. It's from Spain, made from 100% corn-fed pigs and then cured.
Okay, sounds good. So we're going to do that. Looks tasty. We had it before when we did an outdoor uni oven, wood-fired.
Did you get it from Tony's Market?
Sadly, no. I got this from Touch of Modern.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the online service? Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's helpful for everybody else.
Yeah, that is. And this will be for you and your parents next door. So. And we'll have this side here. I'm going to put some oils on them. Oh, a little too much there.
Why do you put oil on top of it?
It does a nice little crisp effect. This is extra virgin olive oil with garlic and oregano. Okay. Just had a little accident. Okay. Okay. All right, we're ready. We're gonna get this guy in. Cook beautifully. All right, I'm getting it with my metal one. Metal peel and bringing it back in. I'm putting it on the right side of my oven because my oven has a hot spot on the left side. So it's doing a convection. This is a convection oven, but you don't need that. If you don't have a convection, you could do half the time, half of the 5 minutes, regular bake, and then you could do a broil setting in the last couple minutes to get that top. But in this case, this is a convection roast, so it's going to push that air everywhere. But if you don't have that, again, use your broiler option as well to get the toppings on the top more crisp.
So with a convection roast, you're doing it for how many minutes?
5 minutes.
But if you have it on broil, and because you don't have a convection roast oven, then you would do it for 2 minutes, 30 seconds?
Well, 2 minutes, but monitor that because broil setting can really get high, so you got to monitor that. So right now, when it gets to from 5 to 3 minutes, I'm going to check it out and turn it over. Make sure, because the left side of the oven is the hotter spot. So I'm going to make sure that pie has even balanced heat exposure throughout the cook. So once it gets to 3 minutes, I'm going to get in there and turn it around a little bit to make sure the right side goes to the left side.
And did you flour your metal spatula?
My metal peel?
Your metal peel, did you flour it?
No, I didn't. I didn't need it because that's done in the beginning. When you use your wooden peel, you coat it with a little thin layer of semolina flour or rice flour, whatever you use. Some people use cornmeal. I don't, but just a little bit. But just to get it in a non-stick environment. But you don't want too much of it, and then you put that initial dough on there, and then you do a little quick shake test to make sure it doesn't stick. But after that, it's the metal peel.
And you don't have to worry about it sticking to the metal peel.
No, because it's already cooking.
Okay.
Now for the outdoor, wood-fired grill oven, I mean, I use it in the beginning because this fits perfectly. Mm-hmm. This is a perforated version. It has holes in it. You can get this on Amazon. So it's less likely to stick on this one, but I still like using my wooden peel for the oven, the conventional oven. Okay, now it's 3 minutes. So I'm going to turn it over, and the right side's going to go to the left side. I'm going to peek it, how it looks here. It's looking good. And I'll monitor it at 1 minute and turn it over again, but I'll look at it, but it's heating up just right. The meat's doing a little cup effect. like a curled cup effect. That's why I put oil on top of the meats, because it has a little, it does a little cup cook effect. What's wrong? And we have funny dogs enjoying their day today. Our neighbors, beautiful day, 72 degrees here in Colorado Springs. We're excited about making this pizza. And it's looking good.
Looks good.
Yeah. Hopefully Brad approves. And you know, it's a journey like any journey, you know, so you know, don't be, if you're new to this, don't be discouraged. Within the first year I was doing this, you know, there was days where I failed and there's days where I didn't quite get it the way I wanted, but then you're always learning from your failures, you're always getting better every day. So that's the motto I always go with. It's a journey, and then you're learning every day, and the dough is different every day. It has living organisms. That's part of the, it has yeast, and so the dough, every dough is different. Every dough I grab is different. The way I form it, the way it feels. So. And we're in high altitude, so obviously this dough mixture is based on high altitude. Okay, 1 minute left. Let's see. It looks like it's pretty much done. So sometimes, depending on how hot that stone is, it could be done already. It looks like it is. So I'm going to take it out. And then I do a final coating of Pecorino Romano. You could pan out here. So then. Okay, we're going to cut this guy, and let's get this small one so you can bring it out to your family. Okay, we're going to cut this. We're cutting this. I put a final topping of Pecorino Romano. It's looking beautiful. Okay, looking beautiful. Okay, so where's Brad?
Where's
Okay.
the taste tester?
Okay, so Brad, I'm gonna do a quick. I know it's a little warm. I don't want to burn you. Let's grab a quick
Plate.
plate. Brad. Oh, did I not cut that one? I didn't finalize it. There you go. Okay. Very cheesy. And Brad loves cheese, right?
Mm-hmm. Can't spend that long in Wisconsin and not.
Exactly. So, if you could get Brad here. Oops. Just be careful. Hopefully it's not too hot. First bite. Here's the impression right here.
Is it love at first bite?
Hopefully it drips all over his beard. Okay. What do you think?
Oh, fantastic.
Light?
Very light and fluffy crust.
Yay.
Sauce? How's the sauce?
Yeah, the sauce was very well balanced. Getting plenty of the garlic from the olive oil. But I think this is the thinnest and crispiest crust you've done yet.
Awesome.
All right.
Yummy. Take one more bite for us.
Just one more bite to make sure you like it, Brad.
Make sure you don't change your mind.
Still good?
Alright, thumbs up from Brad. That's our sourdough pizza. I'm going to make a second one, but it's pretty much the same method that we did here. But this one will be going to our neighbors, Brad's family, and hopefully they enjoy it. Take care. I'll be doing more videos with Christina, and maybe Brad, if he has fun with this, he could join us for the outdoor Oni wood-fired oven version. Thank you, Brad.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Signing off. Take care.